Showtime!
Well, that's pretty good.
We'll talk about that too. Oh, I still got hit. It's all good.
Ah,
It's all good.
nice.
All right, so a couple things. There's like a natural habit that was just happening, and that was you like to roll in on missed text quite a bit. So I was catching you with that. That's like it's a simple fix, but not necessarily an easy thing to just overwrite for yourself. But just be aware of it. If you get knocked down, that's just one thing. Just if you do neutral get up or get up attack or roll away, even if it feels like it might be unsafe, it's just the fact that the consistency in switching things up, or you're having a variety, I should say, when you're getting out of your tech chase situations, it keeps me a lot more honest. So I can't go back and get like a forward tilt and then catch another roll in with like a down smash or F smash or whatever.
For sure.
I can also say too, I feel like although I have a reflector, you could have thrown out a lot more stuff as far as using your axe and your cross to control a lot more space. I like that you are walking a lot and you're using your forward tilt, which is an incredibly underrated move in my opinion. That move is frame 12, which people think is slow, but the range that it has, it just comes down and just slaps you in the face. So don't be afraid to use that.
For sure.
Definitely use your forward tilt a lot, but also use retreating back air a lot as well, or retreating forward air, depending on which way you're facing, right? Your main game plan with this character is camp, but it's not entirely camp because you do have some crazy setups with this character as far as ability to kill people off the top, right? As far as getting them, like let's say you can go returning hit of axe into up smash, or returning hit of cross into up smash. I think you also you hit me with the what was it called, the holy water over here, and if you pop me up off the ground with holy water, you can actually up smash me while I'm on the ground. Typically your up smash doesn't hit if I'm right beside you, but if I'm even the tiniest bit above you, it will hit, which is very nice. So you can use that to kill off the top. But your main game plan realistically is if you're throwing things out, like let's say for example, your axe and your cross, if I reflect them, it doesn't really do a whole lot, especially your axe. Because if I reflect your axe, you have basically an infinite amount of time to shield or move before it travels back on the same path and then hits you. Right? So for me to just go like this is not really worth going for, because I'm not going to hit you and you're not going to hit me. But that being said, I don't want to go like this the entire time, and it's basically all reward for you to throw out your axe, right? You'll also notice too in that match, I barely shot at you, because if I do this at the same time as you throw an axe, I'm getting clapped. It's not worth going for at all. So I'm never ever going to shoot you, right?
It's an unfair trade for sure,
Yeah, so since I'm never ever going to shoot you, unless we're at like absolute max range, you can basically throw things out at mid to max range, and I'm going to try and just deal with it, try and get around it, try and smother you, try and get in and get a grab. That's why I was trying to do that before, because if I just sit back and shoot and you keep on throwing out the axe, every single time we push the button at the same time, I'm losing that trade. So believe it or not, even though I have a projectile of my own to try and make you approach, and I have a reflector to try and make you approach, I still can't make you approach, right? So with that being said, like I said, as much as it pains me to tell you to throw more things at me, throw more things at me. Honestly. There's something else too. I guess I'd like to see a little bit more down tilt as far as a escape option, but also an approach option to mix up your projectiles. Because if you're going for your down tilt can actually go underneath my reflector, which is incredibly annoying. So if you're at this range, for example, if I think you're going to go for a cross, right here I could reflect your cross and hit you, but if you down tilt, you'll hit me. Right? So it turns into a 50-50 on my part, and I don't know what you're going to do. Right? So you can condition me with that as well. So if you're right here, I might go like this to say, okay, here comes a cross, I can hit you, but if you just down tilt, I'm off stage for free. Then you get your holy water on the ledge and potentially kill me at like 45.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of your game plan in general, of course, is going to revolve around your projectiles, but it's not even just your ability to land your projectiles, but it's more so your ability to force me into or out of shield, force me onto platforms, force me off stage, or force me to jump. You'll also notice too, your axe has an insane amount of shield stun and shield damage, right? So if I get hit by an axe, if I don't let go of shield and move, for example, there's a good chance if you try to hit me with like a back air, you can get a shield poke, or if you hit me with an F smash and I still shield, you'll just break my shield, and it's not very fun for me, right? So I guess the fear, of course, is that you can get thrown off stage and killed very early. That's how this character is balanced, because he's incredibly strong on stage, incredibly strong ledge trapping, and incredibly strong neutral. But that doesn't mean that you should, or just because you can be thrown off stage doesn't mean that you shouldn't be aggressive as far as asserting your projectiles, as well as your, I wouldn't say rush down, but your burst options. Down tilt is so ridiculously annoying to deal with, and you gotta start using it way more.
Yeah.
Right? It just makes this character impossible to hit. You low profile. It's like, it's cloud down tilt with another cloud down tilt at the end. Like the fact that you can do two parts. Yeah, exactly. It's a tragic time for a lot of players. So don't be afraid to use that. Yeah, let's fight this out, see how it goes, and we'll see what else we see. Also, I think your up B is either frame 6 or frame 5 out of shield. It's very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the faster out of shield options I have. Either that or Nair, and
that's the only way I'm going to reflect an axe, by the way. Point blank like that. But yeah, it's definitely your fastest option. Nair's pretty fast too. Definitely want to see a lot more holy water on the ledge. That's your golden ticket to destroying souls and taking souls and destroying careers, basically. So if you ever get me on the ledge, you gotta throw it out sooner, right? Just to make me. What's up?
It stops that shine move too, I think.
Actually, if I hit your holy water before it hits the ground, it just bounces, and it will.
Yeah.
It has like an active independent hitbox, which means it can hit you or me, which is kind of weird. So it's not actually reflected at this point. It's just that I've hit the bottle, and then when it explodes, it can hit both of us, which is stupid. But
right. Like if it gets shielded or something, it becomes a neutral tool. Basically.
Yeah.
But
it's its
but
own.
I think if it's actually like in that form, and you try to do anything through it, it'll stop you completely.
Yeah.
Which is
So
nice. Like it stops minecart, it stops everything.
So yeah, if I reflect it and it turns into fire on the ground, then it's mine, right?
Right.
5 seconds. Can I get a stock in 5 seconds? I don't think so. Unless, no, imagine. Oh, this is it.
Oh, you would have got it.
Oh man. Jeez. All right, we'll keep going. So right there, since I had those cross and the axe hitting at the same time, you could have S-smashed me for free, right? You might not have broke my shield, but there's a chance you could have if I held my shield through the entire thing, if I don't jump. And if I do happen to jump at the wrong time, you could still catch me. Or if you had like that cross section with the cross and the axe, you could have tried to catch my jump at a shield with a fair, right? So I think you had both of those. That's one of those things that's kind of unique about this character too, is he has a lot of traps that happen where the intersection of those two projectiles meet, right? Where it's like, okay, this person can't jump, they can't roll, and they're stuck in shield, so I can just go get a free grab, or I can try and punish them for jumping out of shield after the commotion's out of the way, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah.
So right there, I definitely want to see, if I'm right in your face like that, your axe is just too slow, right? You want to use your axe at more, I wouldn't say max range, but pretty close to max range, like right there. So I'm not going to reflect it because you can clearly move, and more so it's going to make me waste one of my resources when I'm trying to get towards you. Either air dodge when I don't want to, jump when I don't want to, or throw out my reflector and put myself in end lag, right? Or I might even side B, and then once I do my side B, I'm still in end lag. I'm going to pull out the Richter, the seldom used Trixx meta smash Richter. No one knows about this, but I'm secretly a god with this character.
No way. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Oh, man.
One thing, I don't know if I think you kind of spoke to this a little bit when you were first making the observation. One thing I've been doing lately is I've been trying to slow way down, because I noticed for a while, especially when I first started competing, I was like frantic, right? Like just trying to throw out as many options as possible. And one thing, especially in the past week, I've been trying to really just slow down, pick spots, make conscious decisions to throw out hitboxes. Because what happens is some of the stuff you were noticing is I start throwing out axe in the wrong spot and get in way too easy, especially with somebody like Falco.
So I think what you can try and do for yourself, so we won't quite fight just yet, but you have to think about there's such a thing as a burst option zone. So what a burst option zone is, at certain distances, your opponent is going to be expecting certain options, because it would make logical sense that if you did this, it could hit me, right? So from this distance, for example, this will never hit you. So I'm not going to just do that, right? Same thing. This is probably not going to hit you unless maybe I'm up here or like I jump first or whatever. But I am going to probably go for this, right? So if you know that as far as, okay, at max range, I'm not going to go for this because it's never going to hit, then you're not going to throw that out and you're not going to put yourself in a position where I can try to counterplay you, right? So what I was saying before, like let's say someone's way off stage. If they're super low off stage, yeah, you can throw this down. But if they're high off stage, well, you can maybe try and catch them high with this. But if they're right at the ledge, or they rush back to the ledge like I was doing with Falco's side B, by the time you've wound this up and thrown it, I've already grabbed the ledge. It's way too late, right? Or if I'm right in front of you, like right here, if you throw, like let's say you dash back and turn around and just go like this, unless I am playing very, very passive as well and I want to shoot at you with like, I don't know, maybe I'm playing min or something, I don't know. If I'm more so at the range where this could potentially hit, then sure, you can go for that. But if I see that come out, I'm going to run at you because I know it doesn't cover the ground, right? It covers above me. So I'm not going to run and jump. I'm just going to run straight in and like hit you with a dash attack or a grab or a down tilt or something, right? And then same thing with this. This can be used as a burst option kind of breaker. If someone's going to like dash at you or whatever and try and grab you or go for like a dash attack or a forward tilt or whatever, you can throw this out to stop them. It's fairly quick. It covers a lot of ground and it's going to force someone to run up and shield or run up and jump over top, right? So you can also kind of use your forward tilt for that as well. This also can be a very annoying setup when you throw it off screen, and when it comes back, if your opponent's not ready for it, they're going to just like get close to you and potentially shield, or if they happen to grab you, you can get out of grabs because of that, right? So if you're on my left side, if I throw this way, if you grab me and you're on my left, it'll hit you out of it, right? If you don't throw me in time. So you have to make a decision and say, okay, I have to either get a grab very, very soon, or I have to shield because this thing is going to come back and I don't know when. So I can't really react to it and fight somebody who's on the other side as well. Right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's one thing to just throw this out and hit your opponent, but also, like I said, throwing it off stage or past your opponent, or even better yet, off screen, is just another variable that they have to worry about, right? It can allow you to get a lot more grabs, can allow you to get space if you want it as well. And even just if you are getting rushed down, it can potentially save you in some cases, right? And also the returning hit as well. If it hits you, I can get that into this, right? Or I can get it into, I guess I can do up air depending on the percent, or I can go with like an up B as well, right? It's a little bit more fancy, I guess, as far as getting the timing down. But if the stars align properly as far as having that actually happen, then you got to be ready to take advantage of it, right? It's a very slow developing setup, but when it happens, if you're ready for it, it's ridiculously strong. It's either a kill or it's a ton of damage. And a juggle situation for a character that has this move is so underrated. It's literally a tornado of death. Like this is Byleth up smash, but it's a tilt. You can just do this, and they can't deal with this. They have to go around you. If someone tries to land on this, there's no chance. Nothing is beating this. Right? Maybe Sephiroth down there. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it sharks platforms and everything too. It's really handy.
Yeah, so let's try fighting this out, see how it goes.
Alright,
let's do this. Oops. Roll. So right there, that could have been a free grab, right? Because I was waiting for the axe to come back.
Yeah. It's something else I gotta do. I don't grab almost at all.
Oops. Back there. Oh, it's supposed to be no smash. I'm sad. So right there, see how I went for the jump? I was a little early, but I would have had that and it probably would have killed. Or I might have killed.
Ah, shit.
I'm the greatest. Oh, man. Oops.
Right into it. There you go.
I don't want to get that jab. It's supposed to be a forward tilt. I'm sad. Oh. Oh, still living? Can't believe you didn't jump. That's crazy. I'm just dead. Okay. Oh, man. I had so much pressure to say, if you don't jump here, you're dead. He's like, actually, you know what? I don't care. So he just didn't jump. Oh, man.
Sometimes the dumb option pays off.
I was going to say, oh, no, not like this. I was gonna say, it's actually good that you didn't jump because I covered it with a fair afterwards. I was trying to get you to panic out of shield, just jump. So it was more of a smokescreen on my part to say the obvious thing to do is jump, and I wanted you to essentially fall for the setup, right? Okay, I see how it is. I'm gonna roll in unsafely.
It's funny because I do the Belmont Ditto so seldom, it's like the real almost.
Oh, I could have just gone for the S smash. I wanted to get a grab because I'm stupid.
Yeah, there it was. Got it that time.
It's all good. Alrighty, we'll keep it going. And that's one of those things too. I think I was talking about this yesterday on stream, how playing the Ditto is still a matchup, right? And you still have to learn it. Just because you know your own character doesn't mean that you know how to fight your own character, right? Just because you know the things that suck about your character doesn't mean that you know how to exploit them as well, right? So
oh, definitely. Yeah.
It still is a matchup where a lot of players, that's where a lot of players say that they hate the Ditto more often than not, because there's no Johns. It's like if you lose in the Ditto as your main, what do? You can't pick a better character. And also you don't want to give in and say, oh, this person's just straight up better than me, right? Because I'm playing my best character and there's nothing I can do. And if I switch off, then I basically gave in. It's like, nah, it's still a matchup, right? Well, yeah, we'll keep it going. So when I air dodge, that still worked anyways, but you could have just charged an F smash, right? That's what I was talking about before, like with the axe. You get me to go somewhere I don't want to go. That's the main point of the axe, really. So since it's so slow and it takes forever to get to me, it's not so much that you're going to hit me with it, it's more so that you're going to get me to clearly avoid it. And when I choose to do something, then that's what you're going to capitalize on after. Good roll away there, too. Unless... Oh, I'm sad. Oh, I'm really sad. Jeez.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man. I tried to SDI out of it. It's like, no, you're just going to have horrible DI and just get killed. Well, this is fine.
Ooh, that's that perfect spacing when it drops down like that.
Yes, sir. So in this case of this stage, it's right off the side of that half circle. And there definitely is things that you can measure on stages as far as markings, right? So you can get yourself in that position on purpose. It's not like, oh, I just luckily happened to be here. Although a lot of the time it does happen like that for a lot of players, because they just don't take the time to see that there's things on the ground, or there's like a blade of grass you can memorize, or freaking a rock, or whatever it might be. Oh, I'm still alive, maybe. No, I'm dead. I'll see you later.
I think I did that on Kalos. I started doing that. Not Kalos.
Smashville or Town?
Shoot, what's the name of it? No, what's Lilat.
There you go.
Because the tilts at the end, it makes it so hard to hit the bottle.
Yep.
I went back there and I was trying to space it out. But where can I throw this damn thing? Because otherwise it just goes sailing off.
Yeah. That could have been better on my part. Oh, he's wild.
Nope. Yeah,
so
that was it.
Against the holy water, you basically have to either roll, jump, or wait for it to simmer down a little bit, and then the hitbox actually goes away as it's disappearing. So let's just hold on for a second. So as it's like at full blaze, see how it slowly gets at the end, it kind of just gets smaller and smaller. So as it's getting smaller and smaller towards the end, the hitbox is virtually gone and you can just get up through it, right? So it's really only active for like, I want to say a second and a half, not even. And then as it's shrinking, it's just gone. So you could have done a neutral get up into shield there, or you basically had to start doing other things as far as either rolling, which you shouldn't do either because S smash will catch both, but it just won't be a sweet spot, or you have to jump and make me respect the fact that you can jump over it, and now I have to go for like a fair like this or like a back air to try and catch you, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah. All right, we'll keep going. Oh, that was lucky. That was not. I'm just dead. Oh, man.
That's the problem about trying to wait it out, though.
Yep.
one of the things I noticed, like I said, when I started slowing down, is when I slow down, I have a game plan, right? Like I can
Mm-hmm.
watch, I can react,
Mm-hmm.
I can you know hunt for shots. But when I'm competing, like when I'm actually like playing to win,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't have a game plan. I'm just throwing stuff out. I'm just going crazy, you know.
So,
Like it's almost like the pace of the game goes beyond my ability to make decisions. So I stop planning and I just do stuff.
so in that regard, that would be two things that you would want to look into a little bit, and that is going to be scripting your game or flow charting your game, and then the other thing would be composure. So if you're in I guess a tournament setting, there's things to be nervous about or anxious about, as far as not wanting to make a mistake or not wanting to lose, or whatever it is. If you're making it really far, it gets scarier and scarier, and you're fighting better and better players, stuff like that as well. So that, like, as far as that kind of thing, you kind of have to just compete more and more to get yourself comfortable playing in that atmosphere. But as far as let's say you are comfortable, but let's say it's a matchup you don't know very well, regardless of what the matchup is, you should still have a game plan for what you want to do. So if they are directly countering it and stopping you, then that's how you learn the matchup. But if you just kind of say, I'm going to freestyle no matter what, and I don't have a plan for if I get a grab at 0 or a down tilt or something at 0 or a kill confirm setup at 110 or whatever, I would say this character doesn't have any problems killing, but in some situations, if you find your opponent at 140 or 150 or 160 and you just can't kill them, you should know what your easiest, best kill moves are in that regard. So is it forward tilt? Is it forward throw? Is it up B out of shield? Is it back air? Like, what are your moves that are going to kill with very minimal effort at that percent? Of course, it's kind of extreme for Simon and Richter. For Falco, it's much more of a thing where it's like, if I just forward tilt you, you will never die. I can forward tilt you to like 280% and you won't die. So I have to go for a back air or a down tilt. Even dash attack won't kill to like 190 with bad DI, right?
Okay,
But as far as the game plan goes, you can say to yourself, like, when we're at 0, obviously your main game plan is to get the first hit in neutral if you're able to, push advantage state and get some percent on me, and then get my percent to climb until you can get a stray hit or a kill confirm that will kill me. And you want to try and do that as early as you can, but don't rush it. So what I say as early as you can, I'd say if you can get a kill at 95, go for a kill at 95, right? If you
well,
can get
sure, yeah. I mean, that's the holy water F smash, right?
yeah, and it sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people say, "Oh, they're at 95, but I'm just gonna keep playing neutral. I'm gonna just keep going for grabs. I'm just gonna keep going for dash attacks." Right. And yes, I'm hitting them, but now they're at 140 or 150, and maybe you were destroying them. Maybe you had them at 95% and they had you at 12, and now you had them at 140% and they have you at like 80. And yes, you got the first kill, but as soon as they come back, they're at 0 again, and now you're at 80. They hit you 3 or 4 times, and now you're just dead. And they did all that extra hard work for no real reason. And then the game is tied when you should be destroying them.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So just being aware of your kill percent windows is going to allow you to, for the most part, get your opponent's stocks out of there as soon as you possibly can, and keep your percent low. Right? You don't want to play neutral too long, if that makes sense. If I can hit you with a forward tilt and knock you off stage, I'm going to try and ledge trap you and kill you, right? And this is at like death percent. If I get you, like, let's say a forward tilt at like, I'll say 55, 60. If I can get a holy water S smash at 60, I'm going to do it, right? But I'm not going to forward tilt you and then let you grab the ledge to get up and then down tilt you. Or forward tilt you, get you off the stage, you grab the ledge, get back on stage, and then I'm going to like dash grab you and throw you off stage. I'm not going to do that because it's not really a point, right? If I can see that you're clearly getting away from my holy water F smash, like let's say I throw out the holy water F smash and you're jumping perfectly, or your neutral get up into shield perfectly, or you're rolling or whatever, and I just keep on missing, then I got to mix it up a little bit. But I'm still going to go for a kill move, so it's going to be a back air, or if I'm at high enough percent forward throw, eventually will kill. Right? Or I'm going to mix up the holy water to say it's going to be holy water into a down smash, or holy water into a charged F smash, or maybe it's F smash angled up to catch your jump or something. But I'm still going for a kill, right?
Right.
So that's going to be a game plan as far as staging or scripting your kill percent windows and kill confirms. As far as combos themselves, like I said, this character is very free flowing as far as how you can combo off of returning projectiles, as far as the cross, or having like a bit of a timer. If someone gets caught in this, you have time to set things up. It could be like falling up air into an up air off the top, like double up air, right? Or it can be an F smash if you happen to land it raw and neutral. but you should be aware of these things and try to go for them. I was talking to a guy earlier, my last student, and I said to him, a lot of these things, if you just never ever go for them, number one, you're never going to have it cross your mind, but you're never going to put it into practice and get better at it, right? Like, let's say if you have a setup where it's like, oh, I really suck at doing this, so instead of just messing up and failing at the setup, I'm just going to not do it at all. It's like, well, then you're always going to stay bad at that setup, whatever it is, right? So, and it's true. It's very obvious, right? But a lot of players won't do it. Especially happens with Falco players, where it's like you have to go off stage to get kills. It's like, well, I suck at going off stage. It's like, well, if you never go off stage, how are you going to get better? It's a good point, you know? So
yeah, and that makes perfect sense. Yeah, because especially like with the Belmont, like it's terrifying trying to chase somebody off stage. And I haven't worked up to that quite yet, but
so yeah, well, more so like for that specific example, that's more of a Falco thing specifically. But you don't really have to go off stage at all with these guys. It's more so.
I mean, you can do like these and chase somebody off stage, but
it's more so like well, let's say you go for this into that or something. If it works, then sure, right? Or if you can do it maybe like a little earlier, like go like this. I don't know. If you like to do stuff like that, then you can pull it off, then by all means, right? Or if you can get like even this into that, right? Yeah. Of course, you'll get more and more fancy as you get better and better, but yeah, you got to start somewhere and try those things out too. And if you suck at them, it's like, okay, I want to be able to do this, so I'm going to keep on doing it and failing until I'm good at it.
The main thing that I totally get your point about not being willing to risk it, and I agree with what you're saying. The main issue that I see, and maybe it's connected, is like, because I lab out, I probably spend 80% of my time playing the game in practice, but I'll do combos and try to learn them and all stuff like that, and I feel like it helps with trolling the character, but I still don't recognize it when I'm playing a match and the opportunity comes up. Like I flat out don't see it. You know what I mean?
So we talked a little bit about it earlier, but we'll reiterate it again. And that is the idea of taking away somebody's resources and then punishing them for trying to escape something, right? So if you're looking for anything at all specifically, you want to look for people air dodging or wasting their jump. Those are two things you can take advantage of across the entire board, because every character has both of those things. Some characters have multiple jumps, some characters have counters, some characters have reflectors, and sure, there's all that. But as far as air dodge and jump, at least everyone has that, right? So those are the main things we're going to want to look for. Also, as far as people staying in shield too long, if someone stays in shield, you want to just throw them off stage. Forward throw or back throw, set up a ledge trap, and get those holy waters going. Also, you'll notice too, when I was throwing up my holy water, I was waiting until you snap to ledge. Right, as soon as you snap to ledge, I throw the holy water out, and then you had to deal with your intangibility disappearing right away, and also the holy water potentially either hitting you and taking you off the ledge from a 2-frame, or if you tried to get up, it was still very, very active, right?
Right. Okay.
So it's a bit of timing in that regard. Right.
Yeah, and that makes sense, because typically, like, I mean, you saw when I get you off stage, I throw out like this. Then this, and then this.
Yeah.
But I got to pay more attention to what you're actually doing off stage to see what option I'm going to throw out.
So if you notice, I actually just crouched. I just waited until you got back to the ledge. Just went like this. And then as soon as you got on stage, I'd either F smash you or wait for you to jump, or try and wait for you to jump and try and do this, right? And I'm going to do this over and over again as far as F smash or fair or back air until you roll. And if you roll, since I'm standing right here, I'm either going to grab you or I'm going to down smash, right? So I'm trying to keep it simple for myself. It's this, like the number one thing I want is that into this. If I don't get that because he jumped, then it's this. If you don't do either of those, you're rolling and you're getting past me, then it's this, right? If I do this and you cross me up to the other side of the stage, I'm going to run to the other side of the stage and try to set up, right? If you get right on stage immediately, I'm not going to throw a holy water though, right? If you get knocked way off stage or far enough off stage that you have to grab the ledge, if I can get here in time, then yeah, sure, I'll throw this out. But if you land like right here, or let's say you go up onto a platform, I'm not going to throw a holy water out down here. If anything, I'm going to, let's say, go for the down smash. It hits you across. I might jump and try and catch your jump, or I can go under the platform and just shark the platform and keep you in a disadvantage. If you shield up here, right? If you shield right here, and then just down here, I'm not going to jump and try and catch your jump unless there's a habit of you, like, let's say I up tilt your shield once. As soon as I up tilt your shield, you just jump. If that's the case, then sure, I'll jump with you, right? Or I'll just up smash and I'll catch your jump, right? But if you are staying on staying on the platform or whatever you're doing, trying to escape my pressure, I'm just going to keep pressuring you. If that just means doing this over and over again until you, let's say, run off the stage and go like this, or over here, or let's say you jump like this, you're trying to air dodge, try and create some separation, or you go like this and try and like move around, whatever, something like this, and use your aerial drift and your air dodge to create some separation. I'm gonna let you do all of that. Right? Because I want you to waste your resources, like I was saying before, right? I want you to jump, I want you to use your double jump, and I want you to air dodge, right? As soon as you air dodge, you have lag when you touch the ground, right? You can't shield instantly, right? So if that's the case, let's say I'm doing this, and then you jump off stage, and you see me run towards you, and you're afraid I'm going to go like this or like this. So when you're here, you jump off stage, and you air dodge like this. If you land down here, if I have the time, if I'm fast enough, I can just F smash you for air dodging. Right?
Right, yeah.
And since air dodge is also shield, most people go like that into this, right? Air dodge into shield, like that. Right? So if I know that as well, I also have a chance, if I am confident enough, I have a chance to just run up to you and grab you, right? Just go ahead and just grab. So there's no hesitation there, because I know you're afraid of this and you're afraid of this. So since you're afraid of those things, you're going to wait for me to hit your shield with something so that you can escape the situation. And if I just don't hit your shield, I get a free grab. Because it just didn't do anything, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that's another thing, like with what you were saying with the axe earlier, that I should be conditioning more is shield to actually do something and grab it, rather than just beat against the shield.
And even with this axe, if this hits somebody's shield, shield for a second. If this hits your shield, look how much shield damage that does.
Yeah,
right? You can't take two of those. Either it's going to shield poke and hit you, and you might even die if you're high enough %, or it's just going to break your shield if it happens to be placed in the right spot, like kind of on the front of you, right? Or if you go like this and like move it around, which you shouldn't do anyways, because if you take two axes, your shield's gone. It's just over. If you get shield broken, then it's incredibly over. I'm going to push you to the ledge and then fully charge an F smash and GG's, you know? So that's a bad time for sure. But this is going to cause people to jump out of shield at the very least. Like jump away or jump in, right? Or they might even roll in if they're insane. If they roll in, you down smash all day, or you dash attack like this, instant dash attack, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the axe itself, yes, it's great if it hits, but I feel like if it hits the opponent, it's a bonus, right? Or if they, let's say they are off stage and they're very high up and they air dodge early, so now they can't air dodge again. You throw the axe out, it's like, well, if you try and drift away from the axe, you might gimp yourself. And if you get hit by the axe, you might die. But you want to try to not gimp yourself, so you're going to just take this damage, so you get sent back up and get another chance to either air dodge or something, right? So it's a way of trapping somebody in that regard as well.
Yeah, and it's also, it pays off a little bit. Like if you condition somebody with a lot of crosses, they start trying to jump over that, and then, you know, they eat a couple axes before they learn to not do that. That's the idea anyway.
Yep. That's the thing. This character gets a really bad rep, or a really bad rap on Elite Smash or Quick Play, or just online in general, because this is a very spammy character if you don't know what you're doing. But if you do know what you're doing, this character can actually be insane, because this character can like kill off the top with like down air spikes into up air, down air spikes into up B, all kinds of crazy stuff, right? And also he has like all the cross setups, the holy water stuff. He has the ledge trapping, and it can be hype if you're doing it and catching your opponent just pushing all the wrong buttons at all the wrong times, right?
Yeah.
Versus like a lot of players will generally just make it rain the entire time. And it's just annoying when someone does that. And you can play most characters in a stupid way like that, and it'll work for a little bit, but then at higher levels of play, this just ain't it. You know, you gotta actually know what you're doing and have real setups.
Yeah, for sure. And that's absolutely the goal, is to be able to play it so that, like, especially stuff like this, if you catch somebody with an up smash, it's the most satisfying thing. Like, it feels like swat and fly. It's the best. And it feels so much better than just spamming projectiles, you know? So, like, that's the goal, is to be able to call those shots like that.
Pull that holy water out first, I get hit, right? I might even die.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Not the neutral get up, but did you try and roll right there?
I gotta stop doing that.
So realistically, the counterplay is you kind of have to jump, right?
Yeah.
And of course, if you get hit by a fair, it sucks, but it's much better than getting hit by F smash. I'm surprised I actually hit.
Nice. Yeah, that shouldn't have.
I know, I'm cheating.
As far as I know.
What was I supposed to do? Up tilt?
Ah.
So right there, my timing was bad. I was too early. I've been waiting because I'm stupid. I almost died. Oh, God. A little too far away. I'm even too far away. Still too far away. The up smash. Oh. Not like this.
See?
I feel like that move, like, just the whip in general is, like, such a devastating move. Like, even the sound effect is, like, terrifying. Oh, my God.
It's so satisfying, though.
Yeah, like, the forward air and the back air, too. They're just, like, I don't know. Something else, to say the least. But, yeah, you know what? We'll do one last game, and then we're going to call it a night. I got one more player after you. But, yeah. I think this was actually... pretty good. You did cover a lot of stuff very quickly. But yeah, I feel like you're hopefully able to get a good handful of tips out of all of this and some good practice as well. And just seeing how the #1 Richter in the entire world plays. So there's that.
Man, I didn't even know.
Oh, no, right? Who knew? It's my first day, bro. Oh, okay. Oh, man. So in that situation, I was waiting for everything else to get out of the way, but like that cross section happened again, right? Where it's like I really couldn't jump. I couldn't jump there. I guess I could have jumped and I could have got hit by the axe instead. Oh, hold on. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, man.
Jeez. Oh my God.
There's the air dodge, right? Catch it. Set up on the other side. Because I'm bad. I'm gonna mess up my holy water. Unless. Did you jump?
Got it in between. Ah! Damn.
Ugh. So, oh my God. I was gonna say, so right there, you actually almost broke my shield, but you could have actually gone for a grab, right? Since I got up and I shielded so early, and I'm gonna wait for the holy water to finish before I do anything anyways. So, yes, I could have dropped shield to, like, maybe not get grabbed, but I'm going to get hit by the holy water no matter what. So I'm probably still going to get grabbed anyways.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh, what's he doing?
Ah.
No. I had to jump, but I'm bad. The drag downs? What's going on? Playing Falco all of a sudden?
There's a couple uses for it, not a ton, but
I think you can actually get dragged down there into up B. I might be
drag
lying.
down into up B or a couple other.
I might be dead.
Come on. There we go.
I might still be dead. I actually tried to jump early.
There it is.
I'm sad.
That's what. Yeah, if it's close enough to the edge, the jump doesn't really work too well.
Yeah,
because it still catches you and stops you.
So what I should have done, and I actually made a video about this. This is my first guide ever, and I'm still stupid. Is if I get hit by the fire and I fall down like that, I just reset the situation essentially, so I can just re-grab the ledge, get my intangibility back, and everything is not fantastic. But it's better than that.